What is up, boys and ghouls? How's it going? Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. I think it's a Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's a Wednesday. Okay. What are we doing? What are we working on? Let's get music up and running first. I don't know. Been kind of less impressed with the music we've been having going on recently, but let's see. Some chill shit, you know? There we go. Some fat beats, yo. What am I missing out if I do that? I'm really not missing out on that much. Okay, cool. Moving some stuff around here, guys. There we go. Cool. We're back to sculpting. You know, fucking the scales. I've decided, I don't know what stream it's going to be, but probably this week. Maybe it's Wednesday, right? I don't know. I can't stream tomorrow. I'm helping Kyle does our shoot some photographs of his paintings. Friday will likely be a game stream, although I can't make any promises. Maybe Saturday we'll paint the chest burster. You guys have, if you've been following me on social media, you've seen the chest burster. We'll probably give that a go. So sorry about last night too. Not getting a chance to stream, but stuff has been pretty fucking crazy at our studio, so no dice, as it were. So what I've been trying to work on thus far is these, well, I don't know if they're really scales as much as they are like shells. So zoom in and make sure we're focused. Wham, bam, there we go. Cool. Put the judgment goblin. There we go. Judging you guys. Yeah, I've been trying to make this as symmetrical as possible, and it has been an endeavor. I think I might just need to finish putting the scales up in this area for like a final look and see where it stands. What's up, Bruce? How's it going? Symmetry brings pleasure to your soul. It brings pleasure to my soul too, man. But unfortunately, the thing you learn is that most of us just are so not symmetrical. And so when sculpting on something that's not symmetrical, your thing is usually not symmetrical. This I've learned, so. Also, Facebook's been up to its nastiness again, Bruce. I don't know if they're gonna cut me off, even though I have rights to this music. They judge me from afar. So I should probably point this down a little bit if I'm gonna start down here. Jump over to the Twitch eventually. Hey, I don't know. Maybe they've changed their cold-hearted minds. Okay, I'm just letting you know it might be a thing. I always get little information after stream about how Facebook has temporarily muted my my stream because of my music. Fucking fascists, man. I have live captions going. I didn't know that. That must be something Facebook just does. I mean, yeah, of course. That was something I did on purpose. Really? So what happens if I say like fuck 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 fuck? How did it handle that? That's the question, right? Watch, it just shuts down my Facebook stream altogether. Sorry, sir, that was too many fucks in succession. We can't stream you. Check your messages. Oh, wow. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. They have to let me. They have to let me be. They have to let me live. All right, that tune was pretty creepy. I have it set, I think I said I have it set to like dark, right? Dark tunes, okay? So here's hoping for some actual dark tunes. I need to make a short movie, guys. I've really been feeling the mood to do that. Making movies is so much fucking work. It's so much goddamn work. I don't want to do it. Like, if I do it, it's just going to be a showcase for some cool effects, right? Like, I won't care about anything else. Like, I've heavily considered making like a short movie surrounded by, you know, creepy, with the idea of like, excuse me, like creepy dolls. Since I have, you know, access to a bunch of creepy dolls. It's a lot of fucking work, though. I'm not sure if I'm ready for it. Yeah, pretty much. Do you still do any indie film stuff, Bruce? I feel like the this tune is really reminiscent of maybe some like. I have to go get some more canned air of some like Blade Runner 2049 soundtrack. Yeah, here and there. I've been slowly collecting some low end gear, so I have a general access to most of the tools. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, the shitty thing is I actually have some great gear to do stuff. I don't know if I can find enough people that have the will to do it, and I don't want to do all of it. So it's always like, go get involved with your local, filmmaking community, which I could do, I guess. Um, Another problem is I'm a bit of a control freak, so I just don't trust people for the most part. I did find out that fucking Westworld is premiering. The new season of Westworld is premiering on Sunday, and I'm fucking super excited about that. I've been digging that show quite a bit, so. Hmm. Yeah, dude, fucking street. I've watched the newest season twice, I think. I'm pretty sure it's a masterpiece. I feel pretty comfortable saying that at this point. I been going down the rabbit hole. We actually went over on stream last week some of the makeup effects that they did for the new season of Stranger Things, and some really subtle stuff you wouldn't even realize unless someone showed you. It's been pretty amazing. So just to be chilled out. You're only 2 episodes in. Okay. Well, then you still had the first episode, which ends with a bang. I think it kind of sets up the whole season. Workout. Dude, Mr. Workout, thank you so much for the subscribe. I really appreciate it. How's your Wednesday going? It's Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. We're just sculpting a bunch of scales right now, so slowly but surely, right? Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I can talk about with Stranger Things if you're only 2 episodes in. It's almost like I feel like you've amputated my leg, man. I can't say anything. Camcorder, what's going on? There's this theory that I had about Stranger Things. Only the first like 2 episodes in, I'm not gonna lie. To watch it with me, yeah. And I picked up on it super quick. And then later had it confirmed by like a behind the scenes interview. And it's not giving anything away with the story, it's about the inspiration. So I'm just gonna say this. I really think that it is Nightmare on Elm Street. Like the vibe they are going with it is Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay? Like real easy. That's everything about it is super Wes Craven, dude. I think that it is like, dude, like just and then later they kind of confirmed that the Nightmare was a big inspiration, but if you look at just how they chose to shoot certain things, the vibe, the tenseness, it's almost a 1-to-1 Wes Craven Nightmare on Elm Street. So I'm happy you picked up on it. I'm not trying to ruin anything for those of you who haven't seen it, but it's heavily Wes Craven inspired. This season is. Even, yeah, so I'm happy you picked up on it. Well, workout. I watched your most recent interview with Mr. Girl. Really loved how you interacted with him. Yeah, I had a great time. I really enjoyed doing it. I hope we get a chance to do it again in the past. I think I might have irritated him a bit with the random surprise that I gave him. And so I don't know. We'll see. But I hope I get a chance to do some work with him in the future. And I briefly jumped over and checked out Stardust stuff too. I kind of found about him more through Destiny. I've been keeping him on the background of my shop, my studio for a couple of years now, and so yeah, it was a lot of fun. I like talking to Max. He's a mentally challenging person to discuss. I like it. It's like a brain exercise. Found him through Destiny. Yeah. Whoever thought that? I think it's some people still don't. I've introduced a few people to the fact that streamers are even something that people regularly watch. I didn't know. I wouldn't be. 3 years ago, I never would have said that I would be someone who watched streamers. But when you get the good ones like Destiny, who can just fucking keep going and going and going, right? Like can talk and have really fascinating ideas and takes on things. Like it's super easy to just throw those fuckers on some headphones or speakers while you're working away and just hear them go at it. It's like better than talk radio. And then Max reached out on Twitter And I'm guessing he fully anticipated me, or, you know, I run the company's Twitter, not for like whoever ran it to have no idea who the fuck he was. And it just so happened I did. But yeah, I think Max, he did his real doll arc, you know, and I think so that's pretty much wrapped up now. So I don't know. I probably won't be. I likely won't chat with him again. But I had a great time hanging with him for the chance that I did. So you know, mucho appreciative across the board. Ooh, digging these tunes. Yo, Bruce, I don't know if you're still there. Have you seen the trailer for Prey, the new Predator flick? Just curious. Well, you should go watch the trailer because I'm not going to talk about it unless you've watched it. Yeah, I don't know. I think so. Like, there's these groupings of movies that are some of my favorite movies of all time. That I really love, but I can't watch them very often. Like a perfect example is Saving Private Ryan. I love that movie. It is one of my favorite movies. I'm not even particularly like a big war movie type of guy, but I particularly like Saving Private Ryan. But I can only ever watch it so often because it's kind of like emotionally draining. Um, that's kind of how I feel sometimes about dealing with Max's content. I enjoy it, but it can be a bit overwhelming, a bit emotionally overwhelming. Because despite the aspect of honesty, there's just a lot you have to think about. It's a lot to chew on, you know? But yeah, I don't think he was too thrilled with the fact that like I ended up having someone that was an employee that knew him. And I mean, I could be wrong, but I think part of Max's allure is kind of this mystery, you know? I don't know if without that mystery, he has the same effect. And so I think that maybe that threw him for a loop when I was like, oh, okay, I know someone from your personal life, you know? And that probably, I don't know. I think that messed with him a little bit. And now I feel bad because I feel like I might have poisoned the well in the conversation because I brought it up earlier. That's why I was going to leave it till the end. But I got tempted by the evil demons. Yeah, one of my bucket list things will be eventually to chat with Destiny. I don't know what we would talk about totally, because I probably wouldn't disagree a lot. And one thing I've learned is streamers really like to find people to argue with because it's really good content. And I don't know that here I would have a ton of disagreements. But who knows, someday. Build a big old following of artists and then bug him, and maybe, you know, then it'll be, you know, worth his time. CJ Bear could have been physical. Yeah, so, okay, I have mixed emotions about Prey. I am excited. Heard some interesting takes on it online. People already doing like speculative reviews of it. I guess I'm just excited to see a new Predator flick. And then it did get an R rating. Here's something you have to keep in mind, which I think a lot of people are overlooking, and I can't seem to get any... Like, there are some kind of... They talk about it a little bit if you look up some reasons, but it's not real answers. It's not really what happened. But there... At least that's my opinion. Prey is being released on Hulu. It's not even getting a goddamn... theatrical release. Yeah, I was just saying, what's up with that? Like, so 20th Century Fox is owned by Disney now, right? Like the Predator movies and I believe the Alien franchise are officially on Disney Plus. So how the fuck did Hulu end up launching Prey? I think there's something sus going on, and I can't find any articles that give a good answer. I feel like there's some lying going on. So, yeah, the fact it's on Hulu, like what's funny is I think it's a great idea. It's a clever idea. There's been a ton of fan fiction movies made about the Predator existing in like medieval times. So like a different generation Predator's really not something new as an idea. But there's just some weird things. One thing I thought was cool is I believe it's the first movie that is coming out with Comanche subtitles. It's either Comanche subtitles or Comanche dubbing, which like makes sense, right? Because they're supposed to be a bunch of Comanche Native American tribes. And also, fuck, camcorder, I saw what you popped in, man. Sorry, I'm so close to making a mod for a Pokemon shield. Is this for Minecraft again? And so, okay, so another thing I should admit is I've been watching, trudging my way through Hulu's The Handmaid's Tale, and I actually really like it. It's deep, it's emotional, but it's actually pretty good. I've enjoyed it pretty greatly. So if Hulu can do that, then maybe we can say Hulu can do other good stuff. I saw one review of the trailer, the new Prey trailer from a guy. He made a few points, but one of his best points was how the trailer touts the director. It's like, from so-and-so, the director who brought you 10 Cloverfield Lane. And you're like, wait, what fucking movie is that? And then you're like, oh yeah, that's a movie that everybody forgot about with, you know, it's like, that was probably meant to be something else and they randomly decided to tie it into the Cloverfield franchise. And it's like the only other movie this guy has done is the fucking Cloverfield, this Cloverfield movie. And that's it. That's a director they got. I just think he came off very reasonable and relatable, at least to me. And not a lot of his guests do that. Well, no, yeah, not a lot of guests do that on most people's streams. It kind of goes into the conversation that he and I had about how real someone is on stream. If you ever notice, watch any of the streamer things. Like, there's so much... He talks about it when he talks about his show that he does on Saturdays, that he wants it to be bombastic. Like, I think we could probably start a drinking game with Max using the word bombastic I think would be really interesting. But everyone's like that on streaming. Everyone's super bombastic. So like, if you watch, it doesn't pick a streamer. I don't care if it's Vosh or Destiny or any of these guys. The people that come on, not all the time, but for the most part, they're coming on because of some disagreement or argument. There's this pattern, and it usually gets, you know, debate bro-like and yelling and screaming, and that's part of the that's why I believe there's a performance. It's that I feel it's very difficult to escape that I'm probably performing now to some extent, right? Like I think that as soon as you got the cameras on, the lights on, you got your cool chat, your cool peeps hanging out with you, you know, there's a level of performance and it's inescapable. But I know that Max prides himself on that not being the case. I unfortunately think it is the case. So and I don't think it's intended either. I think it just is the nature of the beast. You know, when I got into streaming, so I've never watched a Hassan stream, straight up, not gonna lie, not once. I've only watched it as so far as if like Destiny randomly had Hassan on, like he'll do his critiques and stuff like. So I know of him. I think it's hard to be any level of a streamer and not know who Hassan is. So I'm aware. I don't really give a shit. Like. Not at all. I mean, I'm obviously doing art streams. I'm probably one of the furthest things from any relatable content that he does. Vosh, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. When I first started getting into watching streamers, so okay, short little side story. I actually was on a podcast. It was a visual podcast, so it was like a stream, but it was recorded, but it was also a podcast. And it was the first one I was invited to, so I did all this research about the type of cameras to get, the lighting, and like all this stuff to do this really nice interview. And so I did the interview, but during my research about like how to get things set up, that's how I actually came across Vosh. I actually think I came across Vosh first, honestly. I think I fell into Destiny through Vosh. And so this would have been 2 or 3 years ago. God, time flies. And Vosh, I wasn't totally opposed to at first. But it quickly burned off for me. Like, I still technically follow Vosh. But I'm not gonna lie, I was sad when they both stopped talking to each other for the most part. Some of the best conversations were when the two of them were going at it. I think Vosh is lost in the woods now, pretty much, I would say. Like, I don't know how else to put it, but like, there were certain ideas I could get behind with what he talked about. And I don't know what trauma led to it, but he just seems a little insane now. So, but hey, he's got an audience, so obviously there's people that want to hear what he's talking about. But I haven't sat to watch a Vosh stream in a very, very long time. I've probably caught Vosh more on like other, and he does rarely from my understanding. I've caught him on some panels, I think. I honestly think the last thing I really watched or would give a shit to care about was during the whole Kyle Rittenhouse Black Lives Matter thing that happened. Was probably the last time I was semi-regularly watching Vosh, and then I kind of felt like he went off his rocker a little bit. So, yeah. Not anymore. They were for a long time. That's how they, like, really Destiny and Vosh were the only ones I was watching. But since I've started streaming, I've gotten into watching stuff I like, so more art related. I didn't realize how much of an art grouping there was of people on Twitch and YouTube streaming. So it kind of opened the door in a lot of ways to some other stuff. So there's some people that were really kind to me when I started streaming that I still watch. And like artist wise, some big, really talented artists, like Brush for Hire, CNOT Bush. I still pop into Turtle Forge's stream sometimes to say hey. Milo, when they're around, I'll jump on. I try to when I can, but I'm really busy between streaming and working, so I don't always have a ton of time to spend on people's streams. And actually, I'm a bigger fan of YouTube streams than I am of Twitch streams, so. All those people I just mentioned, they do not stream on YouTube. Like, even if I ever get popular, I've only been streaming now for five months. If I ever got popular enough where a partnership with Twitch was even an option, I'm not sure I would take it, because I like restreaming to all the platforms, and I know once that happens, you're not allowed to, so it's bananas. But yeah, I'm a kind of a political nerd, so that's why those guys kind of interested me off the bat. What about you? What other streams do you like to watch? Hey, I'm happy to answer that question because I can give an astounding, I have no fucking idea. You know, it's a long answer. Let me put it this way. I'm hated by both sides. There's times that I feel like I connect with the left, and there's times that I feel like I connect with the right. But if you take the extremes of either end of those, they both hate me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I literally have very leftist friends, like people I consider close, that at times I think would literally like delete me out of this world if they had their chance. But the same with people on the far right. I actually know more hateful far leftists than I do right, but I'm in the art scene, and the arts scene in general tends to lean left. I would say I'm probably a left of center, but only so very slightly. I love guns. Totally love guns. I grew up with guns. I'm from the Midwest. See, what's the big stuff? It's usually guns, abortion, right? I wish we had more abortions. I think there's too many fucking people on this goddamn planet. Really, I know that's a terrible take, and everyone, has their own reasons. I just think we have too many fucking people. Not like we're gonna die or starve because there's not enough resources. I just fucking hate people equally across the board. There's too many of them. So I'm pro-abortion, or I'm not even. I don't know if I'm pro-choice so much as pro-abortion. I think that what's another big one lately? I didn't vote for Trump. I don't like Trump, but I think that's because I just don't like him personally. He really. I'm pro-immigration. Bring them all in. Fuck it. I think borders. Everyone's talking about gender and all these words not meaning anything. Well, you know what? Borders are invisible lines that we drew. So I'm pro-immigration for the most part. Plus, I figure if we get pro-immigration, maybe that'll make other places really super pro-immigration, and then just maybe it'll make easier time for people to cross the borders. So if I want to fuck off to another country, it'll be easier to do. I'm probably more left than I am right. I am not religious in any way, shape, or form. And I generally hate religion being in politics in any way, shape, or form. I feel like religion should be looked at how, for a very long time, you know what it is? Religion should be looked at like fetishes used to be looked at in the 50s. It's something you can practice at home with consenting partners, but don't bring it out of the house. That's my view on religion. Yeah, no, I love talking about politics. A lot of people who stream art don't really want to hear about it, so I don't spend a ton of time talking about it. But you're super like me. Yeah, well fucking played. Well, yeah, I think that there's an intrinsic value to religions. I'm gonna take one out of Destiny's book. We have not replaced the best thing that religion gave. Which is the idea of a community getting together, every Sunday, getting to know your neighbors. There's something about religion that really brought a sense of community. I think that's one of the wisest things I've ever heard Destiny say, and we haven't replaced it with something. We need to find a way to replace that aspect of religion. So, but other than that, I fucking get pretty angry, and if I'm being completely honest, I judge people who are religious. It weirds me out. And I treat all religions equally, so it's not somehow insert random obscure religion is going to affect my opinion on someone over Catholicism or Christianity. I'm a capitalist. I should probably say that, though. I mean, I do run a company, so I guess that probably shouldn't be too big of a surprise to most people. I don't necessarily think capitalism is the best idea. I just think it's the best idea we've come across thus far. You got good views or just a good person, my dude? I do. I like my views, but a lot of people on the far ends of any spectrum consider me a fence sitter. I can't say I blame them. A lot of my views very much are kind of like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It seems nowadays if you're not hardcore on one side or the other, that it's actually a mark against you. Sometimes, like, if you're talking to an extreme leftist, it sometimes feels like you'd be better off saying you're a Nazi than saying that you're like a liberal. Which I think is so strange. I tend to agree with Destiny on most things, and so far you seem to align with him. Yeah. Capitalism is great, but when it goes unchecked, that's when you got problems. Same. Yeah. I'm sure there's other things so I haven't, have you seen Destiny? Maybe I've missed this. Has Destiny ever interviewed someone who ran a company? I don't think I've seen him talk to someone. Like one time I can think of, he talked to someone that ran a small company. The company I run is about 20 employees. And I think that him and I would get into some interesting conversations about that we might ultimately agree on. But when him and or Vosh wax philosophically about capitalism versus like co-ops and things like that, I think he talked to Devin Nash a few times. Okay, maybe that's who I'm thinking of. I think that like boots on the ground perspective is lost. And that's some stuff I'd like to talk to him about. I'd like to talk to him about like boots on the ground stuff as far as what employees really are like. What it's like to actually try and make a company survive. Not in a hypotheticals and like economy theory, but like actually what it is. I don't know that we would disagree, but I bet you we'd find a few little nuggets of disagreement kind of sprinkled in. I think I don't know that we would disagree on this either necessarily, but I'd want to talk to him about autism. Because I don't know if you've ever noticed, he always says stuff like, oh, I'm being super autistic, or that's super autistic, and like this is super autistic. And he's either referring to himself or he's referring to someone else. Like even his chats with Max, he's like, oh, I don't know if my autism is your autism. And like there's that whole back and forth. That really weirds me out. For someone who finds the importance of words to be relevant, it seems like he doesn't really care about the importance of that word. So I would want to nail him down on his definition of what he considers to be autistic and or not autistic. And I don't know that he's had someone talk about that. Oh, and here's another thing. I run a sex doll company, okay? I work in the sex industry in an avenue that I guarantee he has never talked to someone else about. And for all of Destiny's openness, I think he's shy. I think he is shy to talk about sexuality in terms other than, oh, I'm in an open relationship, or oh, this or that, you know? Like, I think he's very timid about his sexuality. He might even say, oh, I like to be with dudes and do this with dudes, but like, some of the things he said kind of off the cuff about Max's review of the doll and things like that, I don't know. I think he might be a little bit more timid than most people realize. So those are the things I talked to him about. I don't know if there would be disagreements or if it would just be a talk. Try to stay in the middle ground and lean accordingly per issue. That is, truer words have never been said, Bruce. Truer words have never been said. I think I might also lightly, ever so lightly, address his axioms. I think I might talk to him about that. I don't know if we'd have it's one of those things where there could be an agreement if I really wanted to, or a disagreement if I really wanted to push almost like a devil's advocate. But who knows? By the time I'm big enough that Destiny gives a shit, if and when that ever happens, maybe all my opinions will have changed, you know? It'd be fun to listen to. Hey, I met, you know what's funny? I'm emailed Destiny. There's this, I was really excited. I thought something might come of it, but it didn't. I emailed him in December, right after the Max stuff started. And he never hit me back. He read part of my email on stream. I heard him say, he's like, something real doll, what the fuck? And he never responded. And I'm not gonna fucking bug a dude. So, if he wants to chat, you know, he has Max's contact. He could easily get a hold of me. So, someday. Again, content creators, they like conflict. Almost if there's no conflict, it's almost not even, I'm gonna guess it doesn't even feel like there's really, it's gonna be worth their time. Can't say I blame them. It's their bread and butter. If he gets me to come on stream and chat with him and all we do is agree, I mean, most people would find that pretty fucking boring. Yeah, trust me, I've thought about that as a joke, but the problem is I like the dude. And I don't disagree with him on something enough to like, I thought about that, like if there was something that I disagreed with him about, I could hit it, like blast him up on Twitter, but there's nothing. And it's poisoning the well. You fucking hit him up on Twitter and you piss him off. He's coming into that argument already super angry, potentially super triggered. And I don't want to, frankly, whether it's him or anyone else, I don't want to have a conversation with someone on the grounds that they're already super pissed off. But that's just me. That's not anybody else, you know? The fucking triggered aspect of the streamer community is, fuck, man, if no one was getting triggered, there wouldn't be any content for any of these guys. See, you know what's funny? Once I started getting these scales in here, guys, this is starting to look a lot better. I think Vosh and I would likely get into a lot more arguments. And he'd probably whoop my ass, I'm not gonna lie. Because he's like a fucking, just like a shark in the seaweed, man. He can just fucking navigate anything. I'm fucking dying. I was put on a project that I absolutely hate right now. Alphabetizing customer information. Am I guessing correctly? Am I wrong? What's up? Did I guess correctly? Actually, I'm slowly but surely trying to get together a group of artists to start doing similar to what the politics community does, but all art. I got a couple artists I've done some live streams with. I want to get a group of them that we can all get together and argue about shit. I think artists are a unique grouping of people that have an interesting perspective on the world. Speaking of little witchy things, I did a co-stream with them and a few other people. So I have some other ones on the plate. I got to reach out to Turtle Forge, and I have to reach out to C Not Bush to do chats with them. If I can start getting on some good terms with some other people, then we put together a larger stream. Oh shit, Darth Gizmo27, an old friend of mine, is now following. Thank you, Darth Gizmo, for the follow. Much appreciated. I went to college with this dude, guys, and he decided to show up and give me a follow. He was my roommate. We ate food together. We partied together. And one night we even cuddled. No, that part's a lie. We didn't cuddle. We could have, though. I'm sure he would have been down. I wish. Testing a new quick reply system. I'll argue all goddamn day. Yes, I know you will. You little witchy things, I know you'll argue. We need to find quality things to argue about, and we have to find more than one fucking person to do it. I'm just back from boxing, so you bet. Dude, are you actually boxing right now? You taking like boxing lessons or something? How was Jesus? Was he nice? I will consider that as a topic, little witchy things. I will consider that a topic. It's Pride Month. Go back to talking about your hypothetical cuddle. You just started 3 weeks ago? That's awesome, man. That's some true betterment of life shit. Congrats. I am actually literally happy for you. Just normal boxing or a special type of boxing? Is it like kickboxing? Or are you just doing like old fucking classic Rambo, not Rambo, oh my God, forgive me, Rocky style boxing? That's another thing I could debate some motherfuckers about. I'm hating the whole kink at pride debates that are going on. That shit bugs the fuck out of me. Shut up, little witchy things. You know what I meant. Rocky, Rambo, two R starting names, the same amount of letters. Okay, both starring Sylvester Stallone. You think that's a fucking coincidence? I don't think so. Have you fought anybody yet, or are you still just in training mode? Yeah, I've been talking to Guillaume. You might actually, believe it or not, I've grown quite a strong Canadian following on here. I should let you know. I've talked about you a few times, but I have I've been talking to Ronzio. He's actually out in LA right now. I've been trying to get him to see if he'll make the trip to Vegas to hang out for a bit. I love that movie with dinosaurs. What's it called? No Country for Old Men. I keep giggling while I fight. Don't don't giggle. He did leave, from my understanding. He's not there anymore. Yeah. I know Jerry is. I'm assuming Jesse is. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't talked to him about why he left at all. But I don't want to bring up a sore subject. You know, if it is sore, I don't know if it is. I know there's some younger dude who's doing the animatronics class now. I think an ex-student, actually. Which, hey, cool, whatever. But, yeah, Ronzi, he's in LA, and I'm trying to get him. He's doing something with the movie Black Phone. I don't know what. Dude, everyone's class is drama. If you think that we're drama specific, dude, every fucking class that goes, dude, all right, here's another thing. Here's a reality for you, Guillaume, okay? if you looked at any of the pictures of the student classes moving through that school, say in the last, I don't know, even 5 years, I'm just curious if you've taken a look. Dude, it's mainly chicks. There's like one dude and 20 chicks. I'll tell you what, if that had been my class experience, I would have had a much different experience at college. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, dude, it might be like 2 dudes and 30 chicks. It's like, damn. Damn, that would have been awesome. Yeah, Black Phone, it does look good. I don't know what they're working on because the movie's already done, but it's Jason Bateman, something like that. Tom's ex-student / guy that he works with on a lot of stuff. And Ronziu got involved. I don't know what the fuck he's doing out there. I have to hit him up for sure before he goes back to the East Coast. Be like, what are you doing, motherfucker? Tell me the truth. I need to know. But something with Black, he posted some pictures. I think they're maybe making a bunch of masks for like collector's editions or shit. I'm still glad. That's true. We did get to cuddle. Yeah, for sure. Guillaume, have you played the new Evil Dead game? That's the question. I streamed it a couple weeks back. I actually had a lot of fun with that game. Is that 8? No, not Resident Evil. Evil Dead. I think it's by the guys. So it's like Dead by Daylight. Bro, who do you play? So I haven't been playing a ton. So I actually have it for my PlayStation and for my Xbox. I play fucking Ash. Of course I play fucking Ash. Which Ash do I play? I play it's Army of Darkness Ash. No, I don't have friends to play. I have it on PS4. Yeah, dude, it's fun. It is fun. What do you mean? Which one? Is there different? There's original Evil Dead Ash. There's Evil Dead 2 Ash. There's Army of Darkness Ash, and then there's fucking the newer TV show Ash. I play I'm pretty sure the Army of Darkness Ash. Or the Evil Dead 2 Ash. It's either one of those. Now, they have different skins, but I'm pretty sure there's... All those games are cool with friends. Dude, the new one, I played quite a bit with no one, and it was still a lot of fun. I played one night with Sam, okay? But other than that, all the other times I've been playing by myself. What's going on? Where's my music, goddammit? Music! Yeah, and how many hours of your life did you sink into that fucking game? Because everyone I know sinks like, you know, pretty much their entire life into that fucking game. The Forest 2's coming out though, guys. The Forest 2, October. We'll keep sculpting our Armsy figure, which you guys can't really see. He's chilling over here in the background, being all creepy. We'll get back to him. Probably in October, I think. You're gonna stream that Force 2 game? Dude, I have to. People watch me for the art stuff, but they're just gonna have to suck it up when I play Force 2. I have no choice. Have you played The Forest at all, Guillaume? The first one? Because goddamn, it's still a great game. Yeah, every Friday I stream a game. If Sean and James, or I'm sorry, fucking Namor and Black Phillip are down, I'm gonna stream again this Friday. I think we're probably gonna do Ghost Exile. I'd like to do Ghost Exile again, but maybe they want to do something else. But it would be great to stream. Dude, you have to play The Forest. I have at least a week of Forest gameplay that I streamed because one of my other streaming computers went down, so I had to switch things up. So I streamed the Forest gameplay since we're sculpting the Armsy anyways. So I have to, you have to give it a go. It's a good game. It's a quality game, mate. It's a quality game. Also, I've been meaning to give you some shit, Guillaume, for a while now. Why didn't you ever teach me the term tabernacle? In reference to like saying, you know, like swear words. You never said that I should say tabernacle. This is a question I have, okay? I had to learn this on stream from a few French Canadians, and I thought I had a leg up on the whole French Canadian thing because I lived with one of you fuckers for like a year and a half. But apparently I never got to know about tabernacle. I feel let back. The best swear word in history. Yeah, and yet you never told me. You never were like, hey, Mike, you can say tabernacle. Like, that was never something you let me in on, and I feel personally betrayed. I've been trying to create instead of consume. Ooh, speaking of which, I believe soon need to write before bed. Ah, okay. Well, do what you gotta do, dude. I appreciate you swinging by and hanging out either way. I was taking it easy on you guys. Sarah wanted to learn dirty words, and I thought I just taught her spin the wheel. Yeah, well, you know what? I know it now. Your secret is out, you sneaky French Canadian. I will I will watch Psycho Gorman, and we will talk about Psycho Gorman once I have watched it. Interestingly enough, I went and hung out with Drew. Well, I saw Drew before we moved. He came to our going away party. And then I spoke to him a couple months before that. And apparently Sarah, last I knew, is actually living in San Diego, believe it or not. I never saw her. Don't ask me when, but I know that Sarah and I ended on bad terms. I don't know what those terms were, or how. Interestingly enough, I probably talked to Ryan, if you remember Ryan, more than I ever fucking talked to Sarah Beth. Or Sarah. Not Sarah Beth, that's someone else. So, apparently, at some point, I think it was all over the Natalie thing, pretty sure. I haven't spoken to Natalie in over almost 10 years. I caught up with Marvin a little while back on stream. He stopped in and hung out for his stream, and we chatted. But yeah. Jesus, we have a lot of catching up to do. Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun, man. Or that. Or, you know, time flies when you're getting old and decrepit. Go do what you gotta do, man, before you pass out. I don't want to keep you any longer than you need. I will be back. All right, dude. You have yourself a great night. How the rest of you guys doing out there in YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and or Twitter land? I don't think anyone can comment in Twitter, but I'm there, believe it or not, streaming live. I'm not even sure why I do, but I'm there. Stay safe, everyone. Bye, Mike. You too, dude. Stay safe. I still wanted to throw a big thanks to everyone who followed me on TikTok. It's still blowing up, still getting followers like crazy. I really appreciate everyone who threw in their TikTok chip. I appreciate it. Also, for the record, if anyone's listening, and this matters to anyone, I'm just going to say this straight out. Silence of the Lambs is an okay film. It is not the end-all be-all of any cinematic triumphs. Matter of fact, even within the Hannibal Lecter trilogy, Red Dragon, or I should say the movie made off of Red Dragon called Manhunter, the first Hannibal Lecter film, is the best one. Doesn't even have Anthony Hopkins in it. So anyone tells you Silence of the Lambs is somehow the best, they're full of shit. And you should probably question being friends with them. So just a heads up. Bryan Cranston is the... Not Bryan Cranston. Brian Cox. Brian Cox is the true Hannibal Lecter. And that's with me. I actually love Anthony Hopkins. He's just not the best. He's just not the best Hannibal Lecter. And I'll happily fight anyone on that. I don't know. I'd say that probably my favorite Frankenstein movie, as weird as it is to say, is gonna be probably Young Frankenstein. Although it's a comedy, I think Young Frankenstein is probably the best Frankenstein movie. Close second, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Even though the classics are somehow held in this super high regard, I could take him or leave him, honestly. Also another thing. You're old when they start remaking movies from when you were younger. Now, admittedly, Hollywood's full of remakes right now across the board. Some movies that you're like, how could they be remaking this already? They are remaking, I believe it's a remake. I don't think it's a sequel. They are remaking Jeepers Creepers. It's either a reboot or a remake. I don't think it's a sequel. Not that I was a particularly huge fan of Jeepers Creepers. I mean, I thought it was cool back in the day. I just don't know that I thought it was like particularly like the best film ever made, but they are on their way to rebooting it. Better have the Susie and the Banshees song Peep Show in it, though, just like the original did. If it doesn't, I'll be sad. Jesus. Yeah, if Black Phillips jumps on, Black Phillip jumps on, I'll ask him if he's going to be down for some gaming on Friday. If not, then we'll probably just do the painting of the chest burster on Friday. I'll have 2 by then, so we can try some different paint jobs. And I'm back. Bam. Yeah, I think we're going to paint the chest burster with eyeshadow palettes. So we'll be able to kind of wipe off what we do just to kind of start running a test of how I want to paint them. I actually ended up getting, I think, don't quote me on this, guys, but maybe some close to 10 pre-orders probably on TikTok. So I'm pretty excited to bust those orders out. Throw together some kind of like certificate of authenticity. I think it'd be really cool. I don't know if you guys have seen, there's actually a really cool poster, a mock-up that they did for the new Exorcist reboot. Which if they, you know, with what some directors have done with, what's it fucking called? The Conjuring. I think they could make a pretty decent Exorcist reboot. Because if you guys remember, Exorcist kind of one of those movies I feel is a bit overrated nowadays. Doesn't really stand the test of time. This tune gives me heavy Westworld vibes, guys. Westworld, for sure. Or maybe that's just because Westworld's on my mind. This Sunday, season 5. 4? Season 4 or 5, one of the two. Bum, 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 bum. Let's tip it up. Another reference in the movie, you never see the back of this goddamn thing. So all the work we're doing likely was never done in the actual film, because you never see it past pretty much the halfway line. So all this is just fucking made up. so guys, we have to finish this. We have to finish the teeth, which I don't know how much I'll be able to do on stream with that for this makeup. We have to finish the armsy. The Goblin is officially done. We might have to make a couple of them, but other than that, it's a done product. We have to make my shoulder Goblin. That's the next product we have to make. Then it's gonna be kind of up to you guys what you want me to see me make. I've been hearing Facehugger. A lot of people want me to make a Facehugger, which I'm not opposed to. I kind of want to have a Facehugger myself. It'd be a big project like this one. It'd be a very large sculpt. And of course mold making would be tricky to say the least, but it would be a lot of fun to have a fucking articulated Facehugger since I have the chest burster, right? Dude, I want to do underwear that's based on a Facehugger. Can you imagine some fetish silicone underwear that's like a Facehugger that hides the hoo-hoo, wraps its fingers around her waist, the tail of the Facehugger goes up between her butt cheeks? Come on. Who wouldn't want to see that? I think that'd be awesome. I've actually wanted to get into like doing fetish like corsets and stuff like that, the silicone wearing. I think it'd be really cool to have sculpted H.R. Geiger-esque biomechanical silicone corsets and bras and like gauntlets and things like that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I don't know how much of that I could show on stream because I'd have to work off a life cast that have inappropriate body parts. That's some Patreon stream stuff once I get all that set up, I think. So much naughty stuff I want to work on. But the man's keeping me down, guys. Oh, also, because I am forgetful, if you guys are an artist, let me know. so I can give you guys the artist badge in chat. I gave it to all normal chat joiners, but I think Twitch actually gives us quite a few to play around with, so what up, Sarah? How's it going? It's going good. It's going good. How you doing? Chilling? Chilling like a villain? Yeah, sorry everyone I didn't stream last night like I had planned. Shit's been tough, kind of crazy with the company, so I kind of had to take a day off to just take a fucking breath. I've decided I want someone to follow me around doing social media stuff. I have decided that on a separate point. I need to find a way you guys can help me finance someone that just follows me around and does video and photographic content of what I'm working on. I think it would be really awesome. Most of it would not be able to be posted to every type of social media site, but some of it could. Yeah, I hope everyone's Wednesday is treating them well. It's hump day, right? Whether the week is over for you guys or not, hopefully you get some humping in either way. Ten more minutes? 10 more minutes to what? I don't like you giving me random countdowns without telling me what it's about. It's triggering little bitchy things. You're freaking me out. 10 minutes till what? 10 minutes till, like, end of the world? What's going on? What are you looking at? Scandicus. Scandicus, I'll show you what you're looking at. Let me zoom out for you. We're working on the back side of a sculpture right now. Allow me to show you the front side. It is an appliance. It is going to be something that a model wears. There you go. Yeah, the backside is never, thank you so much. The backside's never interesting, unfortunately, to work on. Everyone loves seeing the front side. Like, I feel like I could get more viewers literally just sitting it like that and just waiting for people to show up. The backside is never, skills are interesting. Yard Pickle, what's going on? Thank you so much for, how are things going, Yard Pickle? I hope they are going well. Yeah, so we've gotten so far, guys. Look at all these scales we've sculpted. Look at all them beautiful, sexy scales. We're almost done with it. Well, we're not, because I have to put the scales through like 2 or 3 sculptural points, but we're pretty close, guys. We're pretty close. We got to finish up the shields up here too. How long did that take? I don't know. Ask all the people that have been sitting through this with me. It takes me a long time. I've been working on this sculpture for a month off and on. We've done a couple other things on stream, but for the most part, I only really get a chance to work on it on stream. But oh my God, you guys, all you motherfuckers that have been here through the sculpture phase are going to be so fucking lucky when we do the makeup, because we're going to have our model Rocky there. We're going to be doing the makeup. It's going to be like a 4 or 5 person team stream. It's probably like 5 or 6 hours. It's going to be fucking awesome. And you guys will all get to have seen everything leading up to it. Yeah, it's going to be dope as shit. Fuck that song. And you guys are going to get to see it come alive with the contacts and the dentures and all that stuff. All these other chumps who were like, oh, it's just sculpting something of the back, and they left and never followed. They're gonna miss out, but not you quality people. You'll know. And yes, 1 billion years. It's approximately 100 years per scale. So, yeah. Yard Pickle, have you not seen them? I'll show you. Where are they at? Yeah, we did them on stream. Hold on, I'm focusing. Hold on, guys. Bam. So these are a life cast of Rocky's teeth, and they are the dentures that she'll be wearing. So you can see it's normal teeth, but we sculpted them. We still have to cast them. We haven't done that yet. They need some repairs because they've been sitting around for a while. But this is what she'll be wearing when we do the makeup. So yeah, it's gonna be super dope. Teeth are not an easy thing to sculpt, guys. It takes a lot of fucking time to sculpt teeth. Bam. Oh, that's great. Thank you so much. Skandikaz? I don't know how you want me to say your name. I'll say Skandikaz. What is it like? Made out of? I'm assuming this is clay on top of a fiberglass life cast. So a fiberglass representation of the model that it's going to go on. That's why if you spin it around, you'll see that her eyes are still fiberglass. And the clay is faded. Her lips are fiberglass. This is all clay. So we create the creature we want her to become. And we use the life cast to be the negative so that the appliance and all that fits perfectly on her. So, yeah. It's a long process. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can see all the old videos I did. You guys can literally start to finish. My first stream, my first big stream in January, I think it was of us life casting her. And then if you watch all the streams afterwards or some of the videos I posted, we show the cleanup of the life cast, we show the tapping of the life cast, we show every stage leading to this point. And I only, like I said, I only really get a chance to work on this stuff on stream, so it's to drudge. But we have our Judgment Goblin, which is another thing I made on stream you guys can check out. He's always chilling in the background, judging us for not working hard enough, okay? You see this little green bastard? He's not just judging me, he's also judging you guys. What are you working? How are you guys feeding your curse? That's the question he asks, okay? This is the song that reminds me of some fucking, what's the word, Massive Effect. This song reminds me of Massive Effect. Everyone needs a Judgment Goblin, alright? I made mine. He'll become part of the Patreon when I set up the Patreon, along with the Chestburster and a few other things, but that's still months out yet. But I did secure the Patreon. I just haven't done anything with it yet. Alright, you guys did it. We literally filled in all these. So we have to define this area, these ridges, and start working on how this pattern is gonna fade into this pattern right here. Let's zoom in and make sure we're focused up on this. That's pretty close, huh? That's pretty close. Yeah, I've noticed that auto focus doesn't like it when my hand comes in front of frame, so I have to manual focus that shit, guys. Yeah, the shop goblin, he's made out of a urethane plastic. Look at this cute little goblin butt, guys. But I have a mold of him, so I can replicate him as many times as I want, and I have different paint job schemes and stuff like that. But he turned out to be freestanding, which was like really exciting. But you can, it's kind of cool because you can put like shop related things. So we're gonna put this in his hand or not. If you really want to. You can hold things, paintbrushes, sculpting tools, whatever you want. The shop goblin will hold it, and he looks menacing while he does. He's like, "Is this mine? I don't know." Bam. That's what he's about. Taking your shit, hiding it from you. Yeah, I get, you know what? Shop goblin would be a better term than judgment goblin. While he does judge, it's not his sole purpose, right? It's just one of many. Guys, wait until I get my shoulder goblin done. That's one of the next projects. I haven't figured out how it's gonna work, but he's only gonna come out at a certain times, you know? Yeah, how's that been going, Yard Pickle? You mentioned that last time you swung by. Hopefully the journey for a dwelling has yielded some decent results. No? Put an offer on something tomorrow. Nice. Did you guys have to... You guys just living out of moving boxes right now? Bedroom and kitchen are set up. Okay. Well, fuck yeah. Moving is such a experience that helps you realize what shit you really need in life. Because if you move enough times, you really break down your necessities, right? You might be going through your shit and you're like, this thing, totally worth bringing to the next house. This thing, fuck that, that's going in the trash, you know? That's how I got rid of my huge CD collection. I had like 3 or 4 CD binders before my last move that I'd held on in some fashion or another since I was Jesus Christ, I don't know, whenever CDs became a thing. Like when I was fucking 6 years old, I had my entire collection of CDs in like 3 or 4 CD binders. And came to the sudden realization that I hadn't listened to a goddamn CD since I was not 10 years ago probably, but close. It's been a long time since I listened to a CD. And I chucked them all, guys. I chucked every one of them. It was one of the hardest things I've had to throw away, but I did it. We went through the CD binder test last time. It's a real thing. A lot of people had a huge collection of CDs, you know, and they're almost pointless now. Even the music I had on CDs ended up becoming digitized on MP3s and shit like that. So, yeah. Not a big purpose, you know, for holding on to them. It was sad, though. Remember back when we used to burn CDs? I had some quality mixes, guys. Some quality, you know, what would be considered playlists now. I had some good playlists in CD form. Matt will never digitize. Jesus, your first time jumping into one of my streams, you motherfucker? You that bored? You must be that bored. Yeah, that's because Temet has no recorded... That's not true. I mean, technically I do have some of our old recordings on my phone. Just throwing that out there, you furry son of a bitch. You have a few CDs that are signed by, like, the artists? Oh, pray tell. If you don't mind sharing, you have to tell me. You have to tell me. What CDs do you have signed? I need to know. I think about it. We don't have most of the cases, so we can't even donate them. Yeah, I don't have it. By that time, I had no cases. I had no cases. All my shit had been put into the CD binders. They're no one famous. Okay, all right. Jesus. You can just say you don't want to tell me. That's okay. That's okay. I'm blonde. Said the whale and yellow. All those bands I've totally heard of in a different lifetime, in a different dimension. I'm a big fan of those bands, I promise you. Yukon Blonde, Said the Whale, and Yellow Ostrich. They sound like some pretty badass bands. I particularly like Yellow Ostrich. Also, ostrich is a weird fucking word when I'm reading it. It's a strange fucking word. Yeah, ostrich is basically one guy. You mean it's basically one ostrich? It's just one very talented, scurvy-ridden ostrich, is what you're telling me. His first album was all info taken from the Morgan Freeman wiki. What? What the fuck? Okay. That's random. It's random, but I love it. That is random, but I love it. Bingo. Yeah. Get some. I digitized this old band. God, what was the name of the band? I don't know if my good old friend Mr. Griffith is still in chat, but do you remember the band that we heard about from that coffee shop that we hung out at? And we met the guy that was in that band. I don't know. He might know what I'm talking about. I think the name of the coffee shop, get this, guys, was Cool Beans. It was in my small town we grew up in. They tried to open up a far too fancy of a coffee shop, and it was called Cool Beans. It was run by what I now wonder might have been like a bit of a pedophile. No, I never had a bad experience. But we were young teenagers, and he hung out with us quite a bit. And we must have been, God, I'm having like weird memory flashbacks. I like my beans hot, thank you very much. He was a really cool cat. He let us hang out there, waste his time. But I know we hung out with him at his place a couple of times. Nothing weird ever went down, but retrospectively, it had to be a 20-something to 30-something-year-old dude hanging out with a bunch of teenagers. It's got to be questionable, right? It's got to be weird. And like I said, nothing weird to me ever happened, but you have to wonder a little bit. Anyhow, we met another dude there that had a band. God, I can't remember what the name of that fucking band was. Now it's going to piss me off. They never went anywhere. They never did any shit. But I still have their first album. It wasn't bad if you're into like heavy metal and bad recording. That sounds very 80s. It wasn't 80s. This was in like 2002. Like when I was I am not as old as I look, okay? I have an old man aura about me, okay? I was a young pup in the early 2000s. Actually, I don't think you're old age. Yeah, no, I feel old all the time, so I guess it's your definition of old, right? Because I mean, like, if you're someone who believes that like 30 is old, I'm not 30, but if you believe that 30 is old, then I'm probably definitely ancient. Yeah, I constantly say I'm old. I feel old. I feel like there's a lot of things that a lot of ideals that define youth nowadays. And if you're not on that bandwagon, you're a boomer or a pseudo boomer. My body is definitely 93. It's funny. I know a lot of people, you know, I wouldn't even totally disagree. My stomach is 93, I'll give you that. But otherwise, it just is more like the way people look at things. The cultural shift makes me feel very old. Even compared to other people that are my same age and how they deal with it. The terms and ideas that I just not super behind. They don't sit right with me. I mean, by all definitions, I'm a millennial, I guess. And I do not feel connected to my millennial brethren. We're millennials, baby. Enjoy it. I'm a millennial who thinks millennial's a dirty word. Dude, somewhere out there, my MySpace is still in existence. I know I know it to be true. I have no proof, but I'm fairly certain it's true. I want to remember my MSN so bad. You know, I never got into the MSN thing. I was a part of something called Free Open Diary. I don't even know if it was really that popular even amongst the people that I hung around with at the time. But it was something called My Free Open Diary. That shit's out there somewhere. Yeah, I never used MSN. Probably because MSN. So I was a Mac head. My whole family had Apple products forever. Was MSN available on that? I don't remember. Vampire Freaks? I mean, I know a handful of Vampire Freaks now, so I don't know if we're talking about the same thing or not. I remember the first time I like did dirty, I don't know, like what is it, like cyber sex or whatever, worrying about your parents walking in on you while you got your pants thrown down, trying to jerk off and talk to someone at the same time. Those were good times. Complicated, but good times nonetheless. Yeah, there were aspects to this day that I still like about MySpace. I think Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, they got it all wrong. They need to bring back that customizing option. It's probably why fucking MySpace went down in flames, because they couldn't understand that apparently for the best result in return on investment meant that you had to have every one of your profiles of your users look exactly the same with slight color variants. Remember you used to add music to MySpace? You could add photos and do so much customization. I miss that. I do. MySpace had something going for it in that aspect, but dude, I just remembered the band's name. It's Thrung. 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 Exactly. Dude, would that not be awesome for Twitter, though? Change out your song. But now everyone is worried about copyright. That's why even you look at TikTok and Instagram, why they only allow you to play like so many seconds of a given song. Everyone's worried about copyright infringement and all that shit. What's funny is I like Metallica, but I blame them. They're the ones that freaked out over Napster. And I feel like what we pay for on TikTok and Instagram is all goes back to that. People freaking out over someone listening to their song more than 30 seconds. It's bananas. It is bananas. I was doing a reel, or not a reel, I was doing a TikTok the other day using a song. They had 3 variations of the song, and none of the variations had the part of the song that I wanted for the TikTok in it. And this upset me quite a bit on first world problems level, right? Like, I was like, what the fuck, man? I just want this line in the song, this line. And none of your TikTok variations of this song have this particular verse in them. That night I wept myself to sleep. I'm better now, but I was very distraught at the time. It's bad. It's so bad. It sucks you in. It's like a demon. This TikTok is the devil. I'm scared to think about what the next iteration of TikTok will actually be, because TikTok is so fucking addictive. It's ridiculous. Especially if you even have a modicum, which is what my last week has been. I've had a modicum. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly, but I've had a small portion of success on TikTok. And the serotonin that I get from that success is eerie. It's creepy. I probably wouldn't be as in, like, I probably, honestly, for watching purposes, probably wouldn't give two shits about TikTok. But being a creator, oh my God, give me the TikTok, right? Like all day long, let me download it, bring it into physical version, chop it up, crush it, make a perfect little line out of a credit card, and snort that shit up. TikTok is fucking creepy addictive. Creepy addictive. Got a lot of traffic to my Instagram from doing Game of Shrooms. I don't know what that is. Worldwide scavenger hunt. Artists hide little mushroom themed art and post. Oh my God, I have to look at that. Is that like, oh God, what was that called? Geocaching? Is it like geocaching? Game of Shrooms sounds awesome. It sounds like something I would get into. Not something I would ever actually go and seek out. Kind of, yeah, okay. But something I would definitely watch other people go and fuck around with. That would, yeah, for sure be something I would mess around with. Man, some people got a lot of fucking time on their hands. As I said, you know, geocaching is a thing. We need something with a little more pop, guys. This music is getting me down, yo. It's getting me down. I need something like a beat, right? Like, genre, electronic, blam. There we go. What's this? Oh. Maybe we'll give this a try. There we go. Some a little bit of beat, you know. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera, guys. I get so excited. Freedom! Nice. How did it go, little witchy things? Did you maintain? That's the question. I'm always angry. Why is that good? Well, I guess you didn't say it was good. Why is that your secret? Don't hold that shit inside. Ow, I just stabbed myself. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Rage keeps me young. I have found that to be the opposite of truth. Maybe I should start doing an open audio chat on Discord for a stream, like once a week, like Saturdays or something like that, where anyone can just jump the fuck in, right? And I'll just argue with them. I think that is the idea, you know? Just be like, hey, I'm hanging out in audio chat and you guys can jump in if you want. And if you piss me off, I'm just gonna kick you. Little witchy things, I don't know that we have much to fight about. If you really want to fight me, then you can absolutely join in the audio chat for that. So the goal is to get banned? Not necessarily. You mean banned from the audio chat? I won't get banned. I'm not worried about getting banned. I want people, I don't know, I like a lively debate, you know? I don't even care if I was like moderating an argument between two individuals. I just like talking and debating. It's like, no, from the Discord, yeah, you can try and piss me off and then I'll just kick you out because you're being unreasonable. Yeah, if you want to make that the goal, we could make that the goal. Yeah. Which way do you put your toilet paper on the roll? I don't. Some people use individual sheets of toilet paper. Some people take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sheets of toilet paper. If I'm gonna wipe my ass, I take a whole roll. I take the whole roll. I don't even take it off the roll. I just take the roll. And I wipe my ass with the roll. And then I chew the wiped ass roll of toilet paper into tiny little pieces so it flushes down the toilet. That's right. You heard it here. I use leaves. I use my hands. You think you're so awesome? I use sandpaper, motherfuckers. I use razor wire to wipe my ass. I'm just kidding. Yeah. You're like, oh shit, I can't actually say that. The more impressive thing is how. It's true. Wait, how does someone use razor wire? Well, it's a very tricky experience. Allow me to explain it. No, I won't. Actually, I won't do that to you guys. You never lick your hand first. You lick your hand after. That's how it goes. Make sure you have all the proper fiber you need. Manual bidet. Oh, so it's a pre-lick and a post-lick. Okay, I'm happy we cleared this up. For the first game. I guess that's what I'll have to do. I'll just set an open audio Discord channel for like a Saturday stream, and you guys can jump in and see if you can get me to debate with you, because I think there's some things I wouldn't argue about. Like for example, little witchy things. I'm not sure I would argue about the pre and post lick. I think I'd be in agreement. I'm not playing Farming Sim. You are off your rocker if you think that's happening. We could also do movie brackets. Wait, what do you mean movie bracket? What are you talking about? What's movie brackets? This sounds like an alien thing to me. I don't know what this is. It'll like I promise you, this Discord event would be something that would prove to me that I need a moderator eventually, right? Like it would absolutely happen eventually. Competition bracket. Like ranking. Ah, I see. Okay, I'm with you. Okay, we could do that. We could do that. It would take a lot for me to kick someone, but I feel like little witchy things would easily be kicked first. I just know she brings some shit to the game that was just unexpected. Well, I'm a saint. Whatever. You're a fucking devil in saint's disguise, maybe. Your name's Little Witchy Things, okay? You don't have an unassuming, like, innocent sounding name like Yard Pickle, okay? Yard Pickle, that's a compliment, FYI. Yeah, and I have done my damnedest to not refer to you as kitten, so too bad. It's gone. It's done. It's no longer a thing. It's forgotten. Now, you're a little bit... And also, for the record, even if that were the case, I don't know the last time you had a fucking kitten was, but kittens are the devil anyways, okay? their tiny little fucking claws and their random need to climb you like a fucking tree. Their insanity. Kittens are not much better, okay? I'm thinking about reaching out to Tom Savini to see if he would do a live stream with me. I feel like he might. I don't know, though. Do any of you even know who Tom Savini was or is? I think that would be a trip. It's like fucking crickets when I ask that. Everyone's like, I don't know who Tom Savini is. Looks at hand breathing. No, I don't. I mean, maybe. I doubt it. He's the guy. You guys ever seen Dust Till Dawn? He's the guy with the dick gun. The gun that pops up and it's got like the two barrel, or like the one barrel and the two nuts for holding bullets. I don't know. He's been in some movies. He's a special effects artist. You guys can't trust you motherfuckers for shit. Yeah, I thought about messaging him and being like, hey, Tom, let's do an interview, man. I don't know if he would do it. I really have no idea. Like, we're acquaintances at best, but he would be like probably the closest to like random celebrity I could get to come on and do a stream. mean, I suppose I could reach out to like Whitney Cummings and see if she'd be down to do a stream. But she has her own stream now, so I don't think she would. Tom Savini's big in the horror movie scene. He used to be a big special effects artist, but he acted in the original Dawn of the Dead. He was even in the remake of Dawn of the Dead. He was in, was he in the Desperado movies? I know he was in Machete movies. I know he was in, the Machete movies. I know he was in Dusk Till Dawn. But then Whitney Cummings is a stand-up comedian. But she's been in some stuff. She produced the Netflix Roseanne reboot. She's she's a stand-up, but we did some work with her, so I know her and I could like message her if I wanted to. But she does her own podcast now, so she'd probably not be down. Machete. I don't think Tom would give too much of a shit. God, he was even in, Tom had a bit part in Django Unchained, too. I know he made some connections with, Quentin Tarantino when they worked on, Dusk Till Dawn together, so that's probably how he got involved in those movies. What? Yeah. I went to the school that Tom Savini founded. That was my training in special effects. And I'm friends with him on Facebook as much as anyone can be friends with someone that's like a super public figure. We have a little bit of a history together. I feel like if I reached out, he might be down. I don't know. I don't know. He's a weird dude. Celebrities are a unique group of people, so... Yeah, through my other job, I've actually had a great chance to meet a lot of cool people. Katie Couric, the guy from, well, I was on the Silicon Valley shoot. I'm actually in an episode of the show Silicon Valley, if you pay attention. I'm an extra. So I met all the people from there, like TJ Miller? Yeah. What episode? I'm not going to tell you what episode. I'm not going to tell you. You got to watch the whole show. Have you seen the show? Yard Pickle? Have you seen the show Silicon Valley? You guys can actually find me if you look around for real though. I love Thomas. Okay, yeah. He's a weird motherfucker, I'm not gonna lie, in real life. Season 1 through 4. I think I'm in season 4. There's one or two episodes where the gang of Silicon Valley get a artificial intelligent robot. Okay? And then the robot has to go back to its manufacturer to be disassembled. Well, they needed a robot. So they contacted us because we just make robots. and I had to go because there's this whole scene where a robot is getting taken apart in like quick cuts and being destroyed after one of the main characters kind of gains like a bit of a relationship with them. And if you pay attention, not only are my hands like ripping this robot apart, but you see my face and stuff like that and I was an extra because no one else could rip the robot apart because it was my fucking robot. I was gonna let someone else do it. So yeah, I'm in that episode. My fingers are actually in the series twice, I think. There's an episode where they're looking through a giant what's it called, like a dump, like a garbage dump, like a landfill for a thumb drive, and I casted my thumb so they could use a severed thumb, and my thumb is the thumb they find, and they're like, is this it? And they're like, no, you fuckers, the thumb drive, not a thumb. You're a celebrity now. Hardly a celebrity. I mean, all the Whitney Cummings behind the scenes stuff. We've been on History Channel, Discovery. I'm in a lot of it. I've been in the New York Times, Vanity Fair. Been on a lot of stuff with the other job that I do. It's not stuff that most people are aware of. You know, I'm the dude working on the shit. So, but I didn't get paid shit for any of it either. I build our company. Our company made money, but me personally, not so much. Yeah, I can't remember. There's an episode in... Anyone who's a fan of the show Silicon Valley will know what I'm talking about. Where someone falls in love with a robot, and then the robot gets disassembled. During the disassembling scene, which is not that long, I am the one disassembling the robot. Which was not the plan. It just ended up being what I did because everyone else would have ruined the fucking robot, so. You hunt around on YouTube, and you know what to look for. You'll find some weird ass videos of me, I promise. I think my friend Guillaume just posted a really embarrassing old video of me on my fucking, on my Discord. Yeah, he did. I can read the elder. I'm very curious. Pictures of Gabo. Based on the meaning. Oh my god, yeah. If you go into the randomness section, my college roommate posted a video of that I was in. He made. It's so embarrassing. I was such a punk fuck. I was hot as fuck. You guys can't not disagree. When I was in college, it was a good time. Join the Discord, go check out the channel randomness, and you'll find the video of me. But I'm actually quite a bit all over YouTube, if you know what to look for. Slap cut. Yeah. Actually, when I was on the set of the Silicon Valley, what is it, Mike Judge? He was the coolest part of that, was meeting him. He was a really cool cat. Chill motherfucker. I liked him a lot. I forget why the movie on Discord was made. I feel like it was a project for school or something like that. There's plenty of shit on YouTube of me. There's some really old shit, even older than my college stuff on YouTube. You just gotta find it. Yeah. Who's the other guy? The new Spock. I met him. He was cool as fuck. Fucking goddamn, what's his name? I always forget his name. The new Spock. Not Leonard Nimoy. The other one, the from the movies. He was cool as fuck. He came to our studio. I have a picture of me hanging with Katie Couric. That was a trip. I grew up watching the Today Show, so meeting Katie Couric and hanging out with her for a day was pretty cool. King of the Hill. It's been a while since I've watched any King of the Hill, but yeah, I do remember enjoying it. Zachary Quinto, yeah. Real quiet guy for sure. He is cool. He's just super quiet. Just like very chill, very quiet type of motherfucker. But all right, guys, I'm bouncing for the evening. Let me kill some of this music here. There we go. Oh my god, you guys didn't tell me I had like an echo going this whole fucking time. 3 hours in, none of you mentioned it. It saddens me. Either way. You didn't hear it? Okay, well, you know what? Good. That's a good sign. All right, guys, I'm wrapping up. If you haven't joined the Discord, if you haven't checked me out on Instagram or Twitter or fucking any of the shits, Reddit even, it's in my ending screen. Please do. I'm jumping off. I hope everyone has a great evening. Thank you for hanging out, everyone, from Yard Pickle to Little Witchy Things to who else we got? Who else showed up today? Fucking my old buddy Henry, he showed up. Guillaume showed up. We got Scandicus. I don't know who the fuck that is, but thank you for showing up and hanging out. Sarah, thank you for hanging out. Darth Gizmo, thank you for hanging out. We even had Bruce show up. So overall, we had a great stream. So thank you so much, guys. Check out my socials. They'll be on my ending screen in a second here. So have a great evening, and I won't be back tomorrow. I'm helping with Kyle, does art, take some pictures of his work, but I will be back on Friday. So peace out. Have a great evening. Yeah, have a great evening, guys.